dying here.
I speak life over a puff.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good night. Tonight's episode is the topic of minority versus majority, and I would like black and brown people to stop calling themselves colored. White people have more color than anything. They're out there looking like 64 Corolla box. Um, black and brown people only do two tones. Either you go light or you go dark. And then there's in the middle.
Wow.
So,
Sounds like three, but okay.
either extra crispy or extra light. Which way you gonna go?
Right, yeah, I guess it's only light skinned or dark skinned.
And that's another thing where the light and the dark should not go against each other. We're all the same people no matter what. Yep. That includes white people. Like, you start off super light and then you go super dark. It's like doing the contrast. You play with it. Like, oh, do you want them light? Do you want them dark? Do you want them in the middle? Like, we're all one people. Like, I don't understand why the existence of racism and the fact that I feel like every podcast I'm dying.
It's okay. I wish I could give you a cough drop or something.
Can't. We're fasting. Yes, that's another thing. We are always fasting.
Not always, but yeah, for the next couple episodes probably.
Even though if we're not always fasting, like after we break our fast, we're still fasting. But I need people to understand, no matter what the race is, no matter who you are, people are people. If I cut your skin and I cut somebody else's skin and y'all bleed the same color, y'all still bleeding red. It's not like y'all bleeding green. I mean, if you bleed green, there's question right there. But the fact that people are placing everybody in different categories is uncalled for. It is not right. We are all one, which is why in Jamaican culture, when you go in there, it's one love. Everybody, no matter who you are, they don't care who you are, where you come from, and is it you born in Jamaica, you're raised in Jamaica, you even have Jamaican background. Again, it's one love. So in America, it seems like so much hate, and when people look at the Statue of Liberty, they're like, oh, that's freedom right there. That's what represents freedom. It don't represent freedom. It represents entrapment. They're lying to you. Like, America themselves is not even free. They claim that they're free, but they're not. They're full of hatred because they can't even find themselves. They're out here thieving and capturing and just... It's just how the system is for them, I guess. Whatever, how they want to embroider it. And it sucks because they'll label everybody except their own kind murderers, rapists,
terrorists.
That, like, and then they're their own kind as psychopaths, mentally ill. And I'm like, so I would like you to flip the script and open up your eyes, because literally every attack that happens is a white person. Nearly. I say nearly. I don't want nobody coming down like, oh,
you mean like the domestic stuff, like the school shootings and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay. That I agree with you on.
I would like to put a disclaimer right now. This one's really uncensored because this kind of hits home for a lot of people. And I want people to understand, like, we can't just censor everything all the time. You need the raw truth and the understanding that the little sprinkle of covering up, how long are you going to cover that up for? End of disclaimer.
Yeah, this country has a lot of roots of racism, and it's just like the undertone of the culture in America. And yeah, it's more in America than any other place that they just pit, black people, black and brown people. They try to like divide us so that we're always competing over things, and then they, sit back and laugh, or they try to set us up to, you know, be against each other when we, like my wife said, like we're all one people. Like we all bleed red. We all, you know, have hearts and lungs. Like we're all humans. Like it should be only the human race, not, you know, this race and that race and these set of people. Like we're all humans. But there we don't get treated like we're all humans. From the time this country was founded, they considered black and brown people three-fifths of a human. I don't understand. Nobody understands. They can't even explain. How do you consider somebody not a full human? Like it's just another way to be divisive. And all of this really is the plan and operation of the enemy that is all of our enemies, but that's how our enemy works. Like they put us against each other. They'll use the white culture to enslave the black culture for years, look down on us, treat us like less than a full person, and then that resentment for most people, we try not to, because once you, not to turn this into that, but once you know come into a relationship with Christ, there's no more black and white. There's no more this and that. It's either just Christ or not. Like there's no more zodiac sign. There's no more any of the things that used to divide you and have you have different like different mindsets or different lenses of view. All those things kind of go out the window when you step into a relationship with Christ. Then it's just either you on Jesus side or you're not. Like, and the people who are not on Jesus side, they're easily influenced by things that divide us, like race, culture, how much money you got, like where you live, where you come from, the language that you speak. Like they instead of, it's either you're on the side of people who will try to turn the other cheek or lift people up, or you're on the side of people who are quick to play the blame game and quick to like jump people or stomp people out that are like, already down. So sorry to turn this into that, but
Oh no, I'm
yeah,
catching it.
it's, yeah, I think you're contagious, fam.
Oh no.
But
I am contagious. Touch me, baby.
ooh la la. Yeah. But excuse us. But yeah, no, you should be able to have fun with your significant other at all, any and all times, you know. But back to the subject matter at hand. Yeah, all of this really comes from our all of our enemies, because even the people that are being influenced by the enemy don't even like them. Like the enemy hates us all as humans because Jesus died for us, and the enemy is kind of jealous of, not kind of, the enemy is jealous of that we are able to, have that relationship and connection with Jesus. So the enemy will do whatever it can to divide us, to have us turn against each other, to, because united we stand, divided we fall, and the enemy wants all of us to fall. So the enemy will do things and set things up, and y'all don't have to believe, or y'all don't have to take this
I mean, it's
as,
right there in front of their eyes. If they don't believe it, then they're ignorant to it. They're ignorant, and it's just like learning is fundamental. You say it all the time. Everybody says it all the time. Like learning is fundamental, but then you be oblivious to be like, oh my god, that really happened. Yes, it happened. It happened. It could be right in front of your eyeballs, and you act like Stevie Wonder. Although they question Stevie Wonder a lot, but yeah.
yeah, some of the stuff I've seen him do on video would, I don't think regular blind people um, have those. I mean,
He's on that supercell level. Like,
yeah. So for some people, when you lose one sense, your other senses get heightened. But his other senses seem to just be like really heightened. So super heightened.
yeah, no, for us.
But yeah, there's we have one common enemy, but not all of us see him as an enemy. So therefore, y'all on the same side as the enemy. So y'all possibly wouldn't see what's wrong with treating people a certain way just because they have less than you or that they don't look like you or they don't agree with your politics or whatever the case may be. Like I have this guy on my job that I don't want to get too deep into it, but
Yeah,
we,
you're
we,
fine.
we,
Go for
we
it.
know which way he leans politically. And one day we was having a conversation that didn't align with his political beliefs. And for like about an hour or 2 hours, he ain't say nothing. He's usually, comes over and says, hey, what's going on, da 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 da, stuff like that. After he overheard that conversation, nothing. For like 2 hours, he wasn't back to himself until maybe after lunch. And I give him credit because at least he eventually came back. Some people they'll switch up on you. I ain't talking to you no more. Like there's people in your family who will disown you or like take themselves away from you because of the way that you vote or even if the fact that if you don't vote, like they'll be like, oh, our people, well, especially when it comes to like black people, they'll try to say, oh, your ancestors and your great, grandmother or grandmother went through certain things to allow you the right to be able to vote. How dare you not vote? And it's like,
Again, that's what you just said. Again, that the enemy using things to put you against each other.
mm-hmm.
Like, bruv.
Any way he can divide you against your fellow man or your fellow woman, like that it when you think these things are deeper than the fact deeper or more important than is this person in front of you, are they okay, how is their well-being, have they eaten today, how are their kids, do they have kids, like when you realize what's important or the things that should be important as opposed to, oh, I wonder who this person voted for, like
Why?
you'll live a much more fulfilling life and you'll be on a much better path. But like I said, the enemy of all of us enjoys us um, divided because it's easier for us to fall. It's easier for us to fail. It's easier for us to get like accomplish his mission, like him wanted us to tear each other down, curse each other out, be all kinds of like rude and nasty to each other, like that's those are things that the enemy enjoys, that those are things that ultimately come from the enemy, and those are things that he can use to further get into your mind and get into your business and have some form of control over you because you engaging in his business, which is you know negativity and all types of like sin and stuff. So definitely, the fact that this country was kind of built on that, um, a lot of people find it hard to get over some of that, and I myself had a time where I was looking at white people kind of funny, um, but even with the guy that I talked about on my job, I still gotta pray for him. I still pray for our country. I gotta pray for our president, even if I don't agree with certain things, because I'm choosing to not engage and be on the same level as those racists, the people who are not just racist, but they'll be like, oh, I don't like broke people. Like I don't want to be anybody who uses
That's the definition
something,
now.
right?
That's what racism is. Racism is not just color. Racism is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You could just look at somebody and be like, "Oh, I don't
That's
like them
that's
clothes."
classes. Yeah,
Yeah,
classism. Like they're not in the same bracket as us financially. Like anything that you can use to try to separate or elevate, put yourself up and put other people down. That's all the work of the enemy. Cause we're all humans. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Like the same way how you got it, the next day, especially in America, the next day you can easily lose it.
yeah.
And at the end of
Facts.
the day, after you pass away, you don't. It's this. You could look to Egypt. The mummies got buried with all of their stuff.
But
The stuff is
still,
still there.
still, yeah.
The stuff is still there. The stuff won't go. The money ain't gonna go with you.
There's a meme going around where death is standing on somebody's grave, and they're like, there's like a bunch of money, and they have like suitcases, and death says you can't carry any baggages.
Hmm.
So it's like,
There's no suitcase, no luggage going with
just
you to the
stop
other side.
labeling. Stop with the labeling. I need people to stop labeling because the labeling does nothing except hurt, and it just comes up with more names. There's like a literal list of things that they call white people, and it's like
Hmm.
I can't say I don't like some white people, and the reason why I don't like some white people because those white people that I don't like, they're ignorant. That I've asked one time why they don't like black people, and they're like just because ignorancy. You can't tell me just because, jackass.
Well, be nice now.
Just because. So if one person hates you, you just hate the whole entire race. You just label the whole race as this one person. Like I've had in interactions with white people, Indian people, black people. It's not like I'm gonna say I hate everybody. Actually, I
Wow.
do.
She's lying. She loves everyone.
But I'm not gonna dislike one person and then just label that whole entire race like that one person. Everybody's not the same.
Yeah,
I've
we're individuals.
I've I've met several different people and they're different always. Like there's this one white person who I can't stand, but I'm not gonna label everybody in that same category. I got plenty of different people, mixed all types of people who I interact with. I'm not sounding like those white people like, oh, I'm not racist. I got black friends. No, I just have everybody intermingled because I was built on love. I was raised on love. I understood what love is. Again, like I said, if you have Jamaican culture, you understand what one love is. You don't understand of hate. Hate is something that when you come to America, you start to understand like, oh, if you look at somebody too hard, they cuss you out. In Jamaica, they yell you, meaning they greet you. Uno made eye contact, there's a head nod or something to greet the person without But here, if you look at somebody and they'll feel like you're looking at some hard, it's an insult. But I definitely want to say to the black and brown people, please, whatever anybody spits out to you, don't let it stick onto you. Meaning, we at the end of the day are the majority. We are not the minority. And you need to understand who you are and where you come from. But at the same time, do not let where you come from put hate in your heart. That's what they want. At the end of the day, black people support 99% of everything in this country. And if you think I'm wrong, research it. And I guarantee you somebody's going to find some way to spoof it, but it's not what it is. And at the same time, when other people are coming in from the different country, there are people who are immigration tells them right off the rip, don't trust black people. You're wrong for that. We still support you no matter what. You're wrong for that.
Yep. Uh, our culture definitely supports all the businesses, all the other cultures, businesses from Chinese food to taxes, like all the industries that are present in America. A lot of black people use those services. Like black people fund a lot of like I believe they did like some type of statistic about like Black Friday, like, and just in general, if black people were to unite together and boycott any business that wasn't black
They'd be
owned,
crippled.
a lot of industries and companies would shut down, and you could research that for sure. So,
Yeah, treat the people who support you like crap. I also wanna reach out to some black and brown people. We don't need to act right. Yeah, act this illiterate, ignorant way for what?
where
Because they
life
label
ain't.
you and you're gonna act the way they label you. We are the smartest people out there. Women specifically, I'm gonna tell you this. Black women are the triple trifecta. Not only are we smart, but we have the intelligence that is up there. Hence on why they're kidnapping us.
Hmm. um
Definitely do not put, when they ask for organ donor, don't put it. Put no. Because immediately they will find a way to, I think the ninja just came.
that's all good.
Referring to Amazon when I say ninja because that's how they move.
Hmm.
Um, I found out that if you get into an accident, what they do is, and you have the percentage to live, they murder you for your organs because they use black people's organs because our organs is the strongest ones. Hence, if you, again, let's go way back to President number one,
Mm.
George Washington. That fool used to eat black people. Like, y'all think y'all, the things that I understand and I relate, I'm not gonna say what I read and what was going on. I'm gonna be like, oh, I hate white people. No, because back then versus now, there are white people who are actually educating themselves and understanding them, that not all the black people are the same, and that the parents is just retarded.
Mm.
And the reason why I said that is because there's parents that will raise them to be racist, to not like people. You don't like yourself. Take away yourself, no man.
Mm-mm.
But all these names that are being don't. I don't even like when you wear chains. Like I'm talking about the link chain with the lock on it. What type of slavery mind are you in?
Mm.
What mentality are you in?
it's it's kind of like indoctrinated, and like we could talk about this all day, but yeah, there's a well, to keep it on the more positive note, um go to the movie Hidden Figures, right? There's a lot of things in this country that wouldn't work the way that it does or be functioning the way that it does without the input of black and brown people. Um, I don't know if y'all are familiar with or remember the space race, but there was a time before we went to the moon that uh, different countries were competing and trying to race to be the first ones to land on the moon. Um, the reason that America won, or at least claimed and said that they won, because we not nowadays we understand how movie effects and CGI and all of that works. So nowadays we have maybe a different understanding of what happened. But back then there were these three women, and they made a movie about them called Hidden Figures. There was these three women that without their intellect, they mind you, these people had supercomputers and everything, but without these three women's intellect and God was leading them as well. Um, without them, NASA wouldn't have been able to quote unquote make it to the moon. Um, I'm gonna just leave that there to just piggyback on what my wife was saying about, black and brown women, their potential and their intellect. And yeah, like us as just a human nature or a human culture, we would benefit or do better if we worked together. But of course, the enemy doesn't want that. So they'll twist people's minds and have them think that he twists our minds too. Like what my wife was just saying, like he'll have, or the enemy will have certain black and brown people thinking that they're inferior. So for those reasons, they don't try, or they don't push themselves, or they don't, you know, try to amount to anything. They see life more so as just a party, or and I've worked with people. I've been there myself at a time, and I have coworkers who are like that. And I've yeah, from in the past and presently, like they choose to not excel or push themselves towards excellence. They just try, the bare minimum is cool, you know. They don't think much of themselves, so they don't try hard. And on the opposite end, he'll use, other people to look down on them, and to, well, I'm gonna say us, like other people. And but that don't work with me. People that work with me know what time it is. Like you definitely can't underestimate my intelligence, or you'll regret it, or you'll pay for it, like in one way or another. Like not and like going to what my wife was saying, not all black people are the same, not all brown people are the same, not all orange people are the same, not all, Asian people are the same, not all white people are the same, not all Indian people are the same. Like everybody's an individual. Some people have good mindsets, healthy mindsets, and other people have negative and um destructive mindsets. Like they're, what do you call that? Like self sabotage. They don't believe in themselves. That's not just in the black and brown culture. That's across all cultures. But again, that's from the enemy having you put yourself down and put others up, when we're all humans. We all have the same 24 hours in a day to, either do stuff, or to, let other people do stuff. Either you do it or somebody else is going to do it. But if you sit there and let life pass you by, you can't complain that you don't have this or you don't have that when you're not trying. And not saying that everybody that tries automatically gets it. No, sometimes it's hard work, sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes the system is against you, sometimes you're against yourself. Like, you know, we do know that racism still exists. We could see it in, even like I feel like every high end company, which a lot of black and brown people support, but every high end company, from like Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, um, Yves Saint Laurent, like all these high end, yeah, Dolce Gabbana, all of these companies at one point or another have done some type of like racist thing that they had to recall.
Oh, Tommy Hilfiger was one of them.
Tommy Hilfiger, like, again, when black and brown people are your biggest supporters,
They'll
and
destroy you.
but it's a two-way street. I don't know why they do that when black and brown people are some of their biggest supporters, and I don't know why when they do that, black and brown people still support them.
No, no, no. Some of them actually don't. Some of them
Sometimes
actually.
there's been a few times where there was some type of boycott, and yeah, the company took a hit financially,
I think
and they
Jay-Z
put
had
out
said something
and
on
they
one of
put
the
out
liquors one time, and then there was like nobody don't really buy it, stuff like that. Snap was one of them too, and then like I guess Snapple kind of realized like they took a hit, a real hit, and I don't know what happened, but I do see that their company is starting to come back, and I'm like, don't burn bridges.
Yeah, no,
Mind yourself,
they be
because
offending.
you you can fall on that same sword that you trying to stab somebody with.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So the moral of the story is, we're all important. There's no race better than any other race. There's no set of people better than any other set of people, despite what or how this country was founded. Um, we still have a lot more in common than not. And the sooner we come to the realization of that, and the sooner that we try to be quicker to lift each other up than to tear each other down, the better off we'll be as people, as a civilization, as a country. But right now, and this is all according to God's plan. So that some of this is supposed to happen. Right now, we have somebody in the Oval Office that is more so divisive than bringing us together, and that's for a reason. That will be probably another podcast we could talk about that. But yeah, I definitely just want to echo the sentiments of my wife. Um, we're not the minority. Um, Especially as time goes on, like there's more mixing of the cultures. Um, so and it got to a point. I don't have the article here, but it got to a point where they were projecting that white people, or the Caucasian, they'll they're what is it, like, they're not having kids at a high enough rate to like keep up or sustain their population or
Because they
something
don't know
along
what
their
love
lines.
is. So they're not gonna hump each other. They're
Mm.
humping other races.
Right? They're finding love in other places. So over time, there's going to be just more mixed people in general, not just whites, not just blacks, not just Hispanic. There's going to just be this melting pot of mixed cultures. And, I,
Hopefully, racists will just deplete.
yeah, maybe that might be one way for racism to be defeated, because if there's not one, if it's not just this culture and that culture, but it's a bunch of mixed culture, then it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for racism to continue. Because yeah, it's like you racist against these people, but that's your family now. those your kids and your grandkids now. So it's like, good luck to people who are still trying to be divisive and tear each other down based on those things. But I encourage and admonish more people to seek a life with Christ, because at least you'll understand the importance of loving people and picking people up instead of putting people down and being divisive, right? It is better to pray for people. It's better to help people when you can than to try to point out what you have that they don't, or you see somebody struggling, and because they're not your family, or they're not the same color as you like overlook them or step over them. So I remember a time when I was younger where people used to be a lot more nicer, like my wife said, like people would say good morning to strangers. Like, now we want to act like we don't want to have nothing to do with strangers, but we'll have somebody that we don't know drive us to work in an Uber or a Lyft or something like that. Or we'll have somebody that we don't know pick up our food and bring it to us, and deliver it to us. Like, we're living in a very backward time. Like, maybe part of it is the social media thing is making us, especially after COVID, like we're just like less.
In tune with the world.
Yeah, less in tune with the world, but even more so, we're less like social. Like a lot of people are now like antisocial. Um, they hide behind, their picket fence or whatever, and they don't want to like engage with people anymore. And it's like,
Yeah, no, that there are people that are really out there after COVID. Like everything is a click. Everything is from them buying their groceries, from them ordering online. Like they do not leave their house. They literally just keep clicking.
hmm
I don't even know if they get their mail, like how they're able to get their mail if they don't go outside.
that might be the only way they go outside. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just ask like the Uber person, the Uber Eats person, like, hey, can you grab those letters? Like,
Yeah, no,
like
for
I
real.
wouldn't be surprised.
For real.
Yeah, we just live in a day and age right now where everybody's just trying to be separate from each other, and that was even before the racism. So it's like it just got even worse. Um, but I just hope and pray that the individuals out there who choose not to be sheep and followers of the herd and stuff, like will really just see what's happening for what it is. Like there's a lot of things happening that is very clear to see, and a lot of this the Bible has predicted. So I suggest a lot of you start picking up Bibles, and even if you don't believe, at least read it, get some information out of it, and I think maybe you'll be surprised at what you find.
Um, well, I hope everybody gain some knowledge and some understanding. Again, for our new subscribers to our channel, we thank you. We appreciate you. For our old subscribers and still here with us, we thank you and we appreciate you. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing, share. Share. Did I say the word share?
Like, share, and subscribe.
All right. Oh no, no, the deal.
Why?
Meow.